Hello students, welcome back to Community Health Nursing. Today we are going to see the last unit of Community Health Nursing, that is unit number 6. It is about assisting the individuals and groups to promote and maintain their health. So in this particular unit, we have to discuss regarding three things. First one is assessment of self and family, how we do the assessment. So in that we have to discuss regarding the growth and development of a child, breast self examination, the examination of testicles, then urine test for sugar and albumin, then how to record the blood pressure and blood sugar estimation in the community area. So some of these things we will be discussing in the practical oriented classes, and few things you have already studied. So I will be giving you few assignments in this particular unit. So like for example, growth and development of a child, you have already been studied in BSc third year. Breast self examination, you will be studying in OBG as well as in this particular year. So we can discuss these all things in this particular unit also. Then we have to see regarding the health assessment of an infant, toddler, preschooler, school, child, elderly, and an antenatal and postnatal mother. So this is all we have to study under the heading assessment of self and family. So this part we will be discussing later or at the end of the year, so that once OBG also will be completing, you will have a complete idea about the antenatal and postnatal concept also. So you have to even remind all the things whatever you have studied in BSc third year regarding the child health as well. And the second part is sensitize and handle the social issues which are affecting the health of a family. So can you all tell some of the social issues which is affecting the health of a family? They are women empowerment, women abuse, child abuse, otherwise abuse of elderly, female feticide, commercial sex workers, alcoholism, and substance abuse. So these are some of the sensitive issues which really affect the growth and development of a particular family. So here also I'm very sure alcoholism, otherwise substance abuse, you have already been studied in BSc third year. So all the new concept we will be studying in this particular unit. Others we will be just revising. Then in the third part, we are discussing regarding the utilization of community resources for self and family. So this unit is overall about assisting the self and family. നമുക്ക് നമ്മളെ തന്നെയും ഫാമിലിയെയും എങ്ങനെ അസിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാം, so that we can maintain a good health. So that is what we are studying in this particular unit. So as the third part, we are discussing regarding the utilization of community resources. കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റിയിൽ അതിനു വേണ്ടിയുള്ള റിസോഴ്സസ് എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്? We have heard about various old age homes, orphanages, then home for physically and mentally challenged individuals, and there are various government schemes for old age, government schemes for widows, government schemes for physically and mentally challenged. So what are these particular schemes? So regarding all these things we are going to discuss in this particular unit. So today I would like to start with one of the social issue which is affecting the health of family, that is a woman empowerment. So let us, even this is one of the topic which is really important also as well. Usually they used to ask this topic for 5 marks as a discussion part, or they can ask you for a short essay. So what do you mean by woman empowerment? Even we are living in an era which is giving much importance towards women empowerment. So what is women empowerment? നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാടിൽ എന്താണ് വുമൺ എംപവർമെൻറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്? See, like various textbooks, they tells different things about women empowerment. There are various definitions also given in various things. Like you all have to listen this to this particular class, and whatever important highlighting things, the headings, otherwise the important things you can even note it down as a short note, because this topic is not available in KPark. That's why again I am emphasizing it is not available in KPark. You may listen and write the main important topics as the note. So what do you mean by women empowerment? Women empowerment means, see, when a woman elaborate and recreate, when she recreate herself, what they can do, that means what a woman can do, what a woman can be, what she can be, the best of herself, and what they can accomplish in a circumstance that they were previously denied. പണ്ട് കാലങ്ങളിൽ അവർക്ക് നിഷിദ്ധപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ അല്ലേ, ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ അവർ ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നു. സോ ആ ഒരു സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നിന്നും ഇന്നത്തെ ഒരു സർക്കംസ്റ്റൻസിൽ നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് she has to recreate and elaborate herself to the best what she can do and she can accomplish in order to enjoy her right as a citizen without any gender discrimination. That means as a citizen she has to enjoy all the rights whatever is given to a citizen by the country without any gender discrimination. I am very sure you all know the meaning of gender discrimination. ആണ് പെണ്ണ് വ്യത്യാസമില്ലാതെ, ദർ ഈസ് നത്തിങ് സ്പെഷ്യൽ ഫോർ മെയിൽ ഓർ നത്തിങ് സ്പെഷ്യൽ ഫോർ ഫീമെയിൽ. All are having equal rights and responsibilities. So when we tell about the rights, the same way we have to think about the responsibilities and duties also. So this is what is meant by women empowerment. So women empowerment means when a woman elaborate and recreate herself, what she can be the best and what she can do and what they can really accomplish in a circumstance that she was previously denied. പണ്ട് അവൾ ഡിനൈഡ് ആയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്ന പല കാര്യങ്ങളും ഇന്ന് അവൾക്ക് അവളുടെ ബെസ്റ്റ് ഫോമിൽ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നു. ഫോർ വാട്ട്? ഇൻ ഓർഡർ ടു എൻജോയ് all the rights as a citizen without any gender discrimination. This is what is known as women empowerment. So let us see the further aspects of women empowerment. So this is all the things what I am giving is just for you to read, because as I have told, it is not available in KPark. So take it as a reading material. You all have to read whatever material I am giving. So like empowering women is not a buzzword. While measures are taken to promote women's empowerment, one should ensure that no cultural aspects are disrespected. Men and women play various roles in family as well as in the society. Some members, as we all know, they really bend the meaning of the word women empowerment. That's why it is specially emphasized that there should not be any disrespect towards the cultural aspects. If it is men or women, they both have the equal rights and responsibilities, and they have the equal freedom to enjoy the liberty as a citizen. But these roles are not specified naturally. See, നമ്മൾ ലോകം തുടങ്ങിയ കാലം തൊട്ടേ ആണ് ഇതേ ചെയ്യാവുള്ളൂ, പെണ്ണ് ഇതേ ചെയ്യാവുള്ളൂ, അങ്ങനെ ഒരു റെസ്പോൺസിബിലിറ്റീസും ഒരു റോൾസും സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ട് നാച്ചുറലി കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ല. This has a base in society and religion. So they are not a one time rules at fix. ഒരു ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ഒരു റൂൾ അല്ല അത്. ഓൺലി ദിസ് ഷുഡ് ബി ഡൺ ബൈ മെയിൽ, ദിസ് ഷുഡ് ബി ഡൺ ബൈ ഫീമെയിൽ. നോ, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോ സച്ച് റൂൾസ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ വി ഹാവ് ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദാറ്റ്. സോ ദേ ആർ ചേഞ്ചിങ് റൂൾസ് ആൻഡ് ദേ ആർ ചേഞ്ചബിൾ ഓൾസോ. കാലത്തിനനുസരിച്ച് നമുക്ക് മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ആവാം. സോ ദീസ് റോൾസ് change or differ from place to place and progress over time. ഒരു രാജ്യത്തിൽ ഉള്ള പോലെ ആയിരിക്കില്ല മറ്റൊരു രാജ്യത്ത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു വില്ലേജിലുള്ള രീതി ആയിരിക്കില്ല മറ്റൊരു വില്ലേജിൽ. ഈവൻ നമ്മൾ കേരളത്തിൽ തന്നെ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ കേരളത്തിൽ ഒരു ഡിസ്ട്രിക്റ്റിൽ ഉള്ള സാഹചര്യമല്ല മറ്റൊരു ഡിസ്ട്രിക്റ്റിലുള്ളത്. സോ ഫ്രം പ്ലേസ് ടു പ്ലേസ് ദ റോൾ ഓഫ് ദ വിമൻ ഓർ ദ മെൻ ഇറ്റ് ചേഞ്ചസ് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഈവൻ പ്രോഗ്രസ് ഓവർ ടൈം. അല്ലേ, കാലത്തിനനുസരിച്ച് അത് ഇമ്പ്രൂവ് ആയിക്കൊണ്ടും ഇരിക്കും. നമ്മുടെ 1980കളിലുള്ള ഒരു സാഹചര്യമല്ല ഇന്ന് 2020 നമ്മൾ എത്തി നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾ ചേഞ്ചബിൾ. വിമൻ എംപവർമെൻറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ചെയിൻ പ്രോസസ് which needs support from all the sides. So women empowerment cannot be done only by women. So the men as well as the whole system of a country, that means the society which we can tell as like political support, even the social system, the freedom what they enjoy, the rules and regulations, everything, the roles, responsibilities, all these things, they all should join their hands together in order to bring up the women status in the society. Because it is not the same way in all the state or all the districts in our India itself. So we have to see the women empowerment can be attained only through the support from all the side. It is not only in the hand of a woman to bring up herself. So like one of the aspect is reproductive health. See, there are various things which we can discuss under the topic of women empowerment. So, under women empowerment, the first one is reproductive health. There is always an association between low fertility rate and women empowerment. The ability of women to control their own fertility acts as a foundation to women's empowerment and equality. A woman who plans her family carefully can plan the rest of her life peacefully also. She should be given freedom to protect and promote her reproductive rights. This may include the right to decide the number, timing, and spacing of her children. She should be given freedom to move around and take part in various activities in the society. So, while we discuss regarding the reproductive health, so it is also one of the main thing which should be in the hand of a woman. See, in India, we all know that women have less right to take decision on the number of children or having the timing of the children or the spacing between the two children. Even though she is giving birth, she has less right. It should not be like that. She should have the equal right along with the men. She should have the same right to decide herself. എനിക്ക് എത്ര കുട്ടികൾ വേണം, അതെപ്പോഴൊക്കെയാണ് വേണ്ടത്, ഒരു കുട്ടിക്കും അടുത്ത കുട്ടിക്കും ഇടയ്ക്ക് എത്ര ഗ്യാപ്പിംഗ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സ്പേസിങ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് വളരെയധികം ഡിസൈഡ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളൊരു റൈറ്റ് ഒരു സ്ത്രീക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. സോ ദിസ് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ദ റിപ്രൊഡക്റ്റീവ് ഹെൽത്ത് ടെൽസ്. Women are considered the most vulnerable or weaker section due to physiological and social reasons. Pregnancy and childbirth related complications are ranked as നമ്പർ 2 കില്ലർ ഓഫ് വിമൻ ഓഫ് റിപ്രൊഡക്റ്റീവ് ഏജ്. നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഒരു സ്ത്രീക്ക് ഒരു ഫ്രീഡത്തിൻ്റെ കാര്യത്തെക്കുറിച്ചോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സോഷ്യൽ കമ്മിറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ്, പബ്ലിക് കമ്മിറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ്, ഒരു പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ കമ്മിറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് അങ്ങനെ പറയുമ്പോൾ എപ്പോഴും വിലങ്ങുതടിയായിട്ട് ചൂണ്ടിക്കാണിക്കുന്ന ഒന്ന് രണ്ട് കാരണങ്ങളാണ്. One is she is physiologically weak. Next one is she has to give birth. She has to get pregnant and she has to give childbirth. So she has to take care of the family first. And she is physiologically weak. That means her body, her muscular system, everything is not that much built like a man. So physically, she is weak. And sometimes even they tell the word psychologically also. Like females, she cannot hold the pain and struggle for long time as a man. So it is all some myth factors. See, even as a woman, we have seen many women in high post. The same way she deliver the baby, she take care of her children, she take care of her family, as well as she take up a very good reputed position or a post in a political field or in a social field. So these are some of the aspects which we have to realize under the reproductive health. If we don't give adequate information, treatment, nutrition and other favorable conditions to women, that can be addressed as gender discrimination. So like if we tell that since she is a female, she should not eat that much. Since she is a female, she should not have the right to decide how many children she want, and she should not be treated in such a way. So these are some of the things we should remember under the reproductive health, which where the women empowerment really has a matter of discussion. So first is the reproductive health. Second one is Even here they have given some more details, so you can read these things also. Even when we tell about the contraceptive use also, see, in worldwide, if we see the scenario, many women, even she don't want to be pregnant, and she don't want to even deliver. But it is not like that. She's not able to take up the contraception, even she don't have such freedoms. So this is all things should be discussed, and she should have the equal right of a man without any gender discrimination, that she can take up the decision of contraception, she can take up the decision of having childbirth, the timing, spacing, everything. So the second one is economic empowerment. So economic empowerment, when we tell, we can see that in the many areas, like women, they are paid very less, even one third, we can tell, when we compare to a male. Even നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ കാണുന്ന ഒരു സാഹചര്യമാണ്, even if we call them for a കൂലി work, as a കൂലി worker, or even as a daily wage person, usually we all know the females, they are getting less wages than a male. So the economic disparities are also found between men and female. This is mainly because most of them are unpaid or underpaid. So like for example, women are paid less wages compared to male in the construction field. So this is also one thing which should be discussed, because see, the work is the same what they both do. Only what they assume is females are having less physical strength, so she will not be able to work that much as a men work. The masculine built body of a man cannot be compared with a female. So telling that, always there is a discrimination of wages. So here comes the economic empowerment. So even in the economic, because in the all other field, the payment is the same. Like for example, if we look into an office, so if it is a teacher, if the teacher is male or female, he or she get the same wages. If she is an office assistant, or if she is a clerk in a bank, male and female, they all get the equal wages. Then what about the field of construction, or what about the field of daily wages? So this is also a matter to be raised under women empowerment. Next one is educational empowerment. As we all know, in India, almost all the states, they really support the female education nowadays. But it was not the scenario little previously. But even now, even in this 2020 era also, we have so much of problems in many of the tribal groups and in the very rural interior areas regarding the education of female. Education is the primary component that brings about changes and innovations. If you really want a woman empowerment, first of all, the whole population should get proper education. If the population get a pure education and the importance of handling the male and female equal, then only we can really bring up women empowerment in a particular country or in the world. So the literacy rate of the females should be brought up. Women with a lack of education would not be able to get adequate information and opportunities. If the woman is not getting education, same as the male, how can she come to know about the various information from the government side? Or how can she take up the various opportunities given by the government? Women's educational attainment definitely would benefit individuals as well as the future generation. If a female is getting educated, of course, as a mother, she will impart her knowledge to the children and to the family. Moreover, she is into the cooking part, she is into the economical balancing of the family. So the education for a female is really worth for a society, family, and as well as an individual. Next is political empowerment. So nowadays, even we can see that even recently we have seen the election. So the three-tier system, Panchayat Raj elections. So in that itself, we can see some of the panchayats nowadays, they are really reserved for females. Why? Because they want to bring up the women into the field of power and politics also. This is where the political empowerment stands. The gender equality should be enforced through various institutions like family, school, and even through politics also. The men continue to dominate in most positions of political and legal authorities, even nowadays. But the scenario is going to be changed. Now the percentages are getting higher. The female reservation is getting higher in many of the political areas. Worldwide, if we see, only 22% of parliamentarians are women. All the maximum ruling areas or the political area, maximum people are men. But we can see, because of the women empowerment, many areas nowadays females are coming up. So this is also one of the thing we have to discuss under the women empowerment. Next is environmental protection. Even here also we can see, even they have given the various example also. See, women is one of the gender which can really do a miraculous role in the resource management. നമുക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം, ഒരു വീട്ടിൽ നാളത്തേക്ക് എന്താണ് ഫുഡ് വെക്കേണ്ടത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതും കൊണ്ട് എത്ര ദിവസം ആ വീട്, ഇത്ര ധാന്യം കൊണ്ട് എത്ര ദിവസം ഈ വീട് ഓടിക്കാൻ കഴിയും, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും ഒരു ഫീമെയിലാണ് മോസ്റ്റ്ലി ഡിസിഷൻ എടുക്കുന്നത്, അല്ലേ? സോ റിയലി ഷീ ക്യാൻ very well handle resource management. With the limited resources, how she can manage. So this one really help for the environmental protection also. Like for example, they have given in the Gujarat forest department, they have started to give various special positions for the females. So there the women, they have really done miraculous job. So they have really represented so many forest communities, and they have really brought up the conditions of the Gujarat forestry has been entirely changed because of the presence of the female. Even girl child must necessarily be given primary and secondary education. There need to be appropriate and strict law enforcement on prohibition of child marriage, gender based violence. There should be enhanced facilities for improving women's access to credit, land, employment, and training. When female come up into all this field, then we can see really so much of changes happening in the environmental protection also, because she can act as a good resource manager. Even in the family planning summit, we can see they have highlighted regarding the role of female. So what they have discussed there is, like, this summit launched a global movement to provide life-saving family planning information services and supplies by 2020 for an additional 120 million women of the world's poorest countries. So even the family planning summit, they give much importance towards the female or towards the women. So women can really be brought up even in a poor country also by providing or supporting various family planning services, so that she should not have the burden of having only family responsibilities. Even the millennium developmental goals, they also really focus on empowering the women through education, economic opportunities, and access to family planning. So they really give more importance towards women, so that they believe that we can reduce more child mortalities, morbidities, and even the maternal mortality, morbidity, all these things by empowering the women. Because once they get educated, they can really take care of themselves and even their children, so that the maternal factors and the child factors will improve, so that the morbidity and mortality rates will come down. So these are some of the things which we can discuss under women empowerment. So where we were studying this topic we were studying under social issues affecting the health and development of self and family. So in that we have now discussed regarding women empowerment. So here again I am giving some of the material for you to read. So in the textbook very clearly it is, because as I have told, it is not in K Park. I am providing these all things from Shyamala Reddy Manivannan textbook part 1 and part 2. So here also they are telling some of the example, like Indian women, they have been really elected and served prestigious positions like Prime Minister, Chief Justice, Governor, Collector, and even police officer. So there are so much of examples which we can given for women empowerment. And one more definition they really gives here in the second paragraph. You can see women empowerment refers to all the necessary efforts taken to improve and strengthen the women's status in various aspects of life, like social aspects, economical aspect, political aspect, and legal aspect, to ensure equal right to women and enhance confidence in them to claim their rights. അവനവൻ്റെ റൈറ്റ്സിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പോരാടാനുള്ള ആ ഒരു കോൺഫിഡൻസ് വിമനിന് കൊടുക്കാനായിട്ട് വിമൻ എംപവർമെൻറ്റ് ട്രൈ ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് വിമൻ എംപവർമെൻറ്റ്? വിമൻ എംപവർമെൻറ്റ് റെഫേഴ്സ് ടു all the necessary effort taken to improve and strengthen the women's status in various aspects of life, like social, economical, political, and legal, in order to ensure equal right to women and enhance confidence in them to claim their rights. So women empowerment, it is not to bring down the men. It is just to strengthen the women to be equal, to have the equal right, same as what a man has as a citizen. So this one you have to always remember. So at least try to remember this definition, which is very very important. So women empowerment, what is women empowerment? It can be even asked for 2 marks and as well as for 5 marks. So in the coming class we can discuss little more regarding the various status of women, so that you can add up few more things under this topic, that is women empowerment. So here we have discussed what is women empowerment. We have discussed regarding 2 definitions of women empowerment and various aspects which you can think about, so that women empowerment, if it is coming for a 5 mark also, you can brainstorm and write few things. So in the coming class we will discuss few more things regarding the various status of women. Thank you, students.